What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we're back playing some more Battle Brothers on the Beast and Exploration DLC. Picking up exactly where we left off last time. We're hanging out around Sudfest. Let me make sure, double check I did everything I needed to do in terms of inventory management. May just want to go ahead and buy that dog, but it looks like we're kind of full on pups. Okay, inventory looks pretty good. We're holding on to a ton of stuff. We could probably also buy some provisions. This is kind of morbid, but one of the sad bonuses to losing all of our brothers is that the drain on our economy is so much smaller than it was before. Before we went to the Black Monolith, we were paying probably about 1,100 crowns a day for our company, and now we're only paying, we're paying less than 600, and we were also eating, like this 436, we're eating almost double. So yeah, that's going to help us to rebuild the fact that we're only spending about half of what we were before on supplies and things. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get down to the Pox victims' graves, where I'm assuming is going to be an undead fight for us to take. Probably just a bunch of zombonis. Not too worried about them. Yeah, 19 of them, no big deal. We'll pass and let them come to us so we can shoot them to pieces. Step forward a little bit with Lance. We don't know if there are Geists yet. We do now see there are fallen heroes. Let's just go ahead and scan them. Scan them. Send out our Falcon. So I see 2 fallen heroes. Yeah, that's pretty weak. And then we'll just pass completely with our frontliners. They have a little bit of cover on the advance with these bushes. But we shall pass. So this will put us one step closer to our ambition. After this, we only need to find one more place with the undead in order to get that necklace. And the idea right now is to travel around and try and pick up new characters for our roster. I mentioned in the last episode that adventurous nobles were pretty much key. And witch hunters are kind of a cheaper alternative. But normally witch hunters are very good. They make excellent archers sometimes, as well as, pretty awesome hybrid characters. But I think since we're kind of full up on archers and, by extension kind of full up on hybrid characters, we could use maybe one more crosswoman / polearm character. But I'm leaning more towards the adventurous nobles simply because I would love to get more big two-hander guys. Actually surprised we didn't one-shot that zombie. Spear wall. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it in on this or not. So I don't know about you guys. I know some of you are certainly not in America who are at home watching this right now. But we just had spring break. My kids are finally back in school. And that means I'm able to record more now. And I'm also going to have the time to finish putting my home office together, which is something I've been trying to get back to. It's nearly done. It's really just a few minor things that I have left to put together. But I can't wait to start streaming and to show you guys my setup. But yeah, as you can imagine, having 2 kids home from school for like an extra week made it pretty tough for me to find recording time, considering my office isn't set up yet. I either had to record before they got up in the morning or after they went to bed. So, and then of course, still had to find time to do things during the day. Alright, we get a big triple swing. Boom. Smash. Did one of these guys with an axe hit my shield? I feel like they did. I do have extra shields though. Now that I'm thinking about it. I have shields in my inventory. Legendary or unique shields that I'm not even using. Alright, that was a little hit to the body. I don't think we need all of those guys here. Let's rotate up. Well, Indomitable just to prevent any kind of stun that might go through. Alright, shoot at the ones we can hit. So that's our new boy, Sir Dankard. I think now we will send them down. Help out a bit with the fallen hero. Smash him. Ah. Lance is so amazing looking. I was hoping that there would be some sort of secret, unique interaction once you assemble both pieces of the armor. I mean, the armor itself is kind of its own reward for sure. Having full like damage reflection, you know, over his entire body. I think it's 25% for both pieces. That's huge, obviously. Jesus, I don't think I've ever seen this many resurrect in one turn. Welp. Alright, we got him. We'll leave Steezy here. Would be surprised to see them all resurrect down here again if we're not able to finish them this turn. Unfortunate miss. Alright, at least the fallen hero did resurrect. So I'm thinking after we do this, we rotate to that one other place above Sudfest, and we'll try and knock that out. See what's in there. Could just be more raiders. Kind of hoping it's undead, just to limit the amount of searching we have to do. And then we're going to move north, trying to get to the kind of trifecta of cities that are up there with huge recruiting pools. So really nothing good here for us, just a bunch of junk to sell. But hey, it counts. And before we head up to Sudfest, let's scout this area. Oh, okay, so we get a chance to possibly get another Battle Brother. We've already had 2 this campaign. We kept the first one alive for a long time. Alright, see if he'll join us. Yay, we gained Battle Brother. So you decide to take a chunk of meat and approach the dog. It is skittish at first, backing away on your approach, but the aroma you have in hand is an alluring one to be sure. The mongrel slinks back towards you, pausing here and there, eyes flicking in search of an ambush. You can see a barrel of ribs on the dog, many days on the road having given the pup a gaunt frame. Its ears are stitched up, and its tail bolted with signs of battle. This here animal knows how to fight, and that's just what it'll be doing for you from now on. Welcome to the company. So, whenever I get a Battle Brother, I like to give it, like, good armor. So here it is. And I don't have any dog armor on me right now, but I do have, I think I have Unhold Hides. I do. I can make him some good armor and give him to one of our brothers. Every time we've gotten a Battle Brother pup, they've come in pretty huge for us. Yeah, here we go. Another easy undead camp for us to knock out. So that's kind of what I was anticipating. I figured there'd be one here. And if we want to keep going, southeast, there's probably going to be a lot more dangerous camps down there. We can let the falcon go. No real need. We knew it was here already. We're going to follow our tactic of just sitting back and getting our first volley of arrows out. And then we should just be able to run through these dudes. Oh, meant to pass. Don't want to waste too much time. This is a pretty easy nothing fight. But in the meantime, we are getting experience for our new brother. I would like to pick up more new brothers just to maximize the speed at which we're able to raise those levels. Now normally I'd be prioritizing the zombies here that have the most terrifying weapons, but in this instance it really doesn't matter. We're shooting at the unarmored variant because they go down very easily to war bows. And I think they do the exact same amount of damage. So if you have the option to take an easy kill, you should probably just take it. Come here. Let them jump in on us. The music is very suspenseful for how easy this fight is. It's actually getting to me. Yeah, shouldn't probably have shot this guy. All we did was take away a target for Sir Steinhardt. Spear wall paying off. Can't wait to try out different strategies versus the barbarians in the next DLC. In one of my latest news videos, I was talking about how I feel like shield walls are going to be back in style. It's going to be another one of those great tactics for dealing with them. Kind of directly counters their whole strategy, really. They want to close the distance and then basically pop adrenaline And then because they've probably taken damage on the way in, they'll have increased damage. They pop adrenaline. They get to go first, and then they get to just like start smacking your front line with really heavy armor-piercing attacks. But if you just spear wall them out, they won't be able to do any of that. And it'll kind of like stymie their first assault, and then you'll probably just be able to shoot them to pieces or, you know, cut them up with your forces. So I think the spear wall is going to have a renewed use. Alright, let's see who comes back from the dead. Love when you get the kill off of a spear wall. 2 kills, great. Spear Master, keeping him out. We're going to go for another triple swing there with Lance. Probably going to kill all 3, I wouldn't be surprised. And we're going to move up just to get a better surround. Let's step up here. Alright, that was good. I think we should be able to get all the kills here. And we'll just shoot in the off chance we get the hit. Alright, we're going to be 1 off. So we're going to give him a little chance to resurrect. If we hadn't moved Aerosol here, we might have been able to step up and hit him with the hammer. I'm not sure. And it's over. Alright. So in the first, 15 minutes of playing, we've already nearly finished our ambition. Got a little bit of extra loot for the purchasing of new brothers. And I kind of like just heading straight here since it's nighttime. I don't want to have to wait around the city. Let's head over here and get into the overgrown foundations. There might be raiders here. There might be undead. If it's undead, we're just done. And that's step number 1 in getting into this witch hut fight. It's actually a pretty decent sized group of raiders. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a leader. And no point counting. We'll just we'll use a falcon to see. Alright, so bone plating taking that first big hit for us. And our living shield, the creepiest face on it of all time. Okay. You guys know how I feel about these. Yeah, there he is. Gunnar the Bleak. Y'all know how I feel about these two-handed axe weapons. Always messing up our shields, not having that. Put a shot downfield on him. Smash him. Step up, indomitable. Alright, now we'll let them get that surround. That's a pretty lucky set of misses there. And we will simply pass just about everything else. Would love to go downfield with Sir Steinhardt and get into the back line here, but that's not really necessary. If I'd have knew I would end up favoring his use of this shield, I wouldn't have gotten Duelist on him. I think that would have left room for me to get Underdog, which in the end probably would have been a better talent on any Lone Wolf character. So if I had to critique Sir Steinhardt's build one way, I would probably say that. Although, I mean, getting the shield having a shield on him never really made sense. Because the whole idea was that he's a nimble brother with very light armor and he's not carrying a shield. That's kind of dragging him down. Oh my god, they just destroyed my Kraken shield. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. Of all the shields to get destroyed. I can't even believe that. That thing had ridiculous durability. That's like the best shield in the game we just lost. The struggle was real, I guess. God. Well, I feel kind of like crying now. Kind of don't want to play Battle Brothers anymore. I'm kind of out. What even did it? Like, was it a throwing axe? God. And how fitting that right as I was talking about his use of his shield. What irony. Like, I'm not really sure if I like using his shield. I wouldn't have taken the Duelist talent. And then he loses his shield. It's like, alright. Talk shit, get hit, brother. And I did. I can't even believe it. That's the most expensive thing to ever just be broken for no reason. I can only take so much heartache in this game, and I'm getting near my limit. It's like they don't want us to be happy. I'm honestly in one like mild form of shock right now. I think that thing had like 64 durability or something ridiculous like that. If not more. Well, I can tell you how rare it is the number of times I've lost like a kite shield. That thing was like a kite shield and a half in durability. And it got one-shotted. After I intentionally said I was taking down the two-handed axe users, after I intentionally... Oh my god. No, you're getting run down. No, nobody leaves this battlefield. I'm a kind captain. Until you break my shit. That's twice now I've cursed in this episode. Sorry about that. I can't even believe it right now. I feel like I'm slowly becoming the bad guy. Like I'm becoming a Bolton from Game of Thrones. I can't even believe it. They broke my flippin' Kraken shield. Like, I'm not just gonna get another Kraken shield. Like, honestly, that's almost worth, like, right now, me just being like, nope. You know what, guys? Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I can't accept that. We're gonna load the autosave on that one. I'm not even gonna hide it. I'm not ashamed. I am not losing. Not losing a Kraken shield. If they broke one of my other shields, like my Battleforged Guardian or something, which are great shields, I have all of these other ones. I would be okay. But like this Kraken shield, I am never going to get another one. Actually, it doesn't have as much durability as I thought. It only has 50. But I mean, that one has 32. This is 65. That's huge. I thought it was in this like Lindworm shield category, but it's really not. It just has like enormous stats. Melee defense and range defense. It has the best stats, I do believe. Yeah, for sure, but it doesn't have the best durability. It's still good durability, 50. I mean, the Living Tree Shield is 40. This is 66. I mean, we could take a look for a second. Yeah, don't hate me, guys. There's just... I can't let that go. I have the Kraken armor here. I also have the shield. Like, I can't have that happen. There's just... That's not happening. No way. And we'll do that fight again. Yeah, don't hate me. I feel bad enough. I hate myself just a little bit, but I can't. I can't lose that. Not to some dinky raider fight. We're going to rewrite history on that. Like, I would be less upset if I lost one of my brothers. Honestly. I'd be like, ugh. Just for my hubris, they're going to take it again. I would almost put money on it. Or they're going to kill one of my brothers and be like, oh yeah? You'd rather lose a brother? But I didn't quite tell what, like, took the shield out in the first place. It looked like a throwing weapon. It looked like a throwing spear or something, but I didn't know that could do that. This throwing spear, maybe? That might have been it. Let's mess that dude up. Thank you. Alright, no more throwing spears. And no more big guys with axes. We'll kill the dude with the long axe as soon as we can. The rest of you can pass. Like, I would feel way scummier about this if we were trying to, like, farm this leader for some sort of unique or something like that. That's not what we're doing. We lost one of the most unique things in the game that we know we're not going to get back in this playthrough. Like, I'm probably not going to get the chance even to find, much less fight another Kraken. And even if I did get another chance, I don't know if I would take it because it's such a brutal fight. And I feel like half the reason we were able to win it last time is because of terrain advantage that we took. Alright, this dude is certainly dead. And they expose their crossbowmen for us. Come on, let's not miss. We need those resets. Very good. You know, we'll just step out here. Get that, and then we'll probably be able to still attack with Sir Dunkard. Let's get this crossbow off the field. Very dodgy, though. Alright, very good. Let's just move up. We did spear wall, but they're breaking. Good miss. Lucky for us. He's going to have to switch weapons. Wow, he was able to switch weapons. He must have quick hands. Shield wall and then still attack. That's a lot of actions. We have a 95% chance to get that kill. Nice. I worked too hard to get that Kraken shield, guys. I'm just saying. We jumped out of his zone of control. That might not have been the smartest move, but now there's no chance the guy with the long axe is going to run when we kill the rest of these guys. Still not running. Now he's running. Okay. Yeah, just enough guts to stick around to try and hit us one more time. And there we go. No reason to lose the best shield in the game, potentially, to some dinky raider fight. Alright, and now we need to make a little room. What do we drop off? These are worth nothing. These little bludgeons. Neither are quivers. The swords and hand axes are quite valuable. Wow, the throwing spear? I don't know. So, the throwing spear, because I've never really messed with it too much, it does shield damage of 26, and it was still able to destroy my shield. That's crazy. Once again, though, throwing weapons, I really like their utility. I can't abide by the fact that they are, you know, one-use items. I mean, this is not a big deal, guys. We're basically like rearranging chairs on the Titanic, so to speak. Nothing here is super expensive. The helmet is, but that's good. We don't need the rest. And let's head back into Suitfest and sell. And start our transition north. It's been a day. Maybe there are some new guys in the town that we can get to join our cause. There's also a training hall I want to make use of. But first, let's see if there are any new people. Rearrange. Sell off the cloth. This is a very good place for us to sit and grind, if that was something we wanted to do. Just the prices here are always so friendly to us. Being very careful not to sell off any of my best stuff on accident, because then you have to buy it back full price. Okay, I think that's good. Well, they didn't get any new tools in, so they probably don't have any new people. Nope. The captain of the guard deserted a while ago to join a raider camp hidden in the steppe to the northwest. The northwest. Last time we went to the northeast, and that's where it was. Well, do we want to go adventuring again? We might be able to find something. I was hoping to pick up one new character before I used my training hall, but that's probably not necessary. I think here we're just going to take Shield Expert. This dude is almost definitely going to be a shield bro for life. Another 4 there, and another take a 3 here. Get him over that 60 mark. We probably don't need to put any more points into that. Once he reaches past level 11, you start just every turn, every level after that, we'll put a point in resolve. Get him up to probably 70 naturally. And we also would like to get him some more range defense as well. -7 is pretty rough. Check the Fletcher, make sure there's no amazing war bows or anything hanging out. Alright, and let's get into the training hall. So this is something, I don't know if we've ever used this on camera. I know I've showcased it a few times, but we've never really used it. So Lease the training grounds and pay for lessons to mold your men into experienced fighters. So the first option is a sparring fight for 410. Have your man participate in a sparring fight with experienced opponents and various fighting styles. The bruises collected and lessons learned will result in plus 50% experience gain for the next battle. Have your man learn valuable lessons and insights from a true veteran of the trade. The knowledge imparted will result in plus 35% experience gain for the duration of 3 battles. Okay, that's veterans lessons. And then we also have rigorous schooling. Have your man undergo a rigorous training regimen to shape him into a skilled fighter. The blood and sweat spent today will benefit him in the long run, with plus 20% experience gain for the duration of 5 battles. So that's 100% experience gain. This is 105%. And this is 50%. So, I mean, I think we're going to go with the veterans lessons and level him up, power level him just a little bit. Alright. So Northwest, for potential treasure. Northwest is a pretty good open area. I did not read that well enough, though. It said something about a guy, caravan guard, raiding an armory or something. I don't know. I'm anticipating it being up here, but that's okay. That's kind of north. It's not a contractor or anything like that, so we can just go. Alright, let's start here and move our way up. This might be worth it, might not be, but I mean, the strongest piece of armor I have, I got off of one of these tips. I mean, there we go, a hedge knight and a brigand leader. This is certainly northwest in the steppes. So, the Sackclaw Garrison, a fortified wooden encampment used by outlaws to stash their loot, rest in between raids, and play drinking games. Alright. You want to change anything up? Eh, not really. Ramen's healed. The whole point of this is to get some experience in Saul Dankwald. We had a dagger in our inventory. I should have given that to him. Just to have, in case something happens to his sword. But anyway, this should be a good fight. Hedge Knights are tough. Ooh, he's got a... Yeah, I mean, that dude is outfitted. Really beautifully colored great helm, or full helm. With, you know, the same coat of plates that a lot of our guys are wearing. And a flail. Can we see the leader? You almost never can see the leader at the start of the battle. Yeah, and they have a lot of pretty scary weapons as well. Ooh, they want to come forward? Okay. You're gonna have a bad time. It's a little South Park reference. I feel like we just want to take aim shots into the crossbowmen. Yeah, and just hope to get lucky. Just like that. And then whenever we get a spare shot, we'll focus on the two-handers. So King Torleaf. That sounds like a raider name. You, sir, are ahead of your time. You should have waited for the Warriors of the North DLC pack. Yeah, crossbow's got to go. That's basically where I'm at right now. If a dude's got a crossbow, he's got to get the heck out of here. War brands as well. Not a big fan of getting hit by those. Get that kill, no problem. I was hoping to get that extra one too. I think, no, he's not damaged. It's this one that's damaged. Spear wall. And we'll hang back. Let them try and wrap around us. And another spear wall out on our flanks. Sounds good. Man, we could step forward here and hit this guy. That's solid. Ugh. We gave the crossbowmen a line of sight, which I don't like. But I don't think any of our brothers can be one-shot. We have one brother that has less than 70 HP, and he's not in our party currently. Is that Ramen? Yeah, I think Ramen has like 60-something, 63 or 64 HP. which is enough, I think, to get one-shotted by the biggest crossbows if they like 100% pierce your armor. But that's pretty rare. Spear wall, okay. Got him one time. Wow. Check out the accuracy on this dude. From downtown. 5 spaces away he hit him. Bone plating took that hit. Okay, there's a lot of annoying units here. See which ones we can get. I like taking this shot because even if we miss, we probably hit him. Ooh, they pushed us back. Okay. Yeah, we can afford to step up. They do have a shield wall going. Nice. It's a pretty serious chain route too. We still have one move left here. Yeah, I'm going to drop a dog as well. We don't want this guy to escape. And I don't think it's going to die. I think the odds of it getting killed here are pretty low. Nice. And we put some piercing damage on the Hedge Knight. Wow, they swapped out again. They all just like have rotation. Pretty good. Come on, can't miss. And just for my hubris, they're going to kill my dog. No one escapes. Nice. Good shot on the knight. Now, unfortunately, we got swords on him. Swords are not the best at piercing armor. In fact, they suck at it. So if we were trying to get this coat of plates, we'd pretty much be out of luck. The coat of plates, if you'll remember, is like 10 grand on average to buy one. So if we can get one, we want to, just for its sheer value. It's probably the most expensive thing like you can get from a fight, period. That's not a unique set of armor. Let's get that kill, come on, there we go. Okay, now we don't want this, we don't want anyone to escape. We don't have the leader tied down though. Come on, doggo. Yeah. Now he is running. And they killed our damn dog, you punks. Alright, that was a solid hit. He's using a flail, so we'll use Indomitable there. Flails can hit you on the head and smash you pretty good. And that's it for the fight. I really wish we hadn't lost a dog there. We did just pick up Battle Brother, who as soon as we get to a place with a taxidermist, we're going to make him some of that heavy unhold hide armor. So one of the parts of the new DLC that I'm like the most excited about, which is kind of crazy, is the new dogs. How do they call them? War hounds? I think that's how they refer to them. These are just war dogs, but I think they're war hounds. They're huge. I can't wait to see like what the stat differences are. Right now, I don't exactly know the specific stats of a War Dog, even, you know, as it pertains to how much armor they have. Dang, we hit. Of course, we only hit armor. Oh well. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Wow, we picked up 2 legendary things. And we got his helmet. So what do we get? The Hedge Knight's Whip. A separate striking head attached to a handle by a chain. A rather unpredictable weapon, but useful to strike over or around shield cover. This particular flail seems even more terrifying due to its unique characteristics. It has very low fatigue. And then we also have the Malignant Swift Spike, a masterfully crafted spear that feels surprisingly light yet sturdy. We got to compare that to a fighting spear, which we have in our inventory. So that ended up being pretty cool. Once again, we're way more interested in armor at this point than we kind of ever are in anything else. But let's take a look. So right off the bat, 72 durability. 42 to 48 damage. That's a pretty tight DPS amount versus 35 to 40. So 7 on the bottom and then 8 on the top. That's a huge increase. Amazing. And then 25% damage ignores armor. That's the same. It's also 32% more effective versus armor and is the exact same fatigue. So at this point, we only have 2 spearmen left. We have Yaku and we have Isaac. And this really takes thinking about, because Ryaku's big problem is that he has really crappy fatigue. He's gotten better since he's become a flagellant. He's had like 3 different events that have given him increased stats, but sadly his fatigue is just something we've never been able to fix. I mean, if we put 7 more levels on him and put 7 more points in fatigue, he'll get better. But he's been around for so long, and he's been such a good guy for us. I feel like we have to give him this spear. And I was thinking, you know what? This weapon belonged to Sir Varandox. And I like giving it to Sir Chris because we kind of picked them up at the same time, so they were kind of like, you know, rookies together. So I like the idea of him holding his buddy's weapon. But this could be pretty sweet weapon on Sir Dankred. And that'll kind of differentiate him from any other brother. I like that a lot. And he did lose his dog, so let's give him Blaze here. He doesn't need a necklace. He's good with that as it is. And we picked up another full helm. We need to repair that one for sure. We'll probably keep that one and sell the black one. And then that means we can go ahead and make sure we give this noble sword back to Scaredy. Okay, all is right in the world. We can sell off one of these fighting spears now. Let's repair the war brand. It's a pretty expensive weapon. And then we just picked up a lot of good stuff in that fight to sell as well. So, very profitable. And yeah, just like that, guys, we're getting there. We don't want to get too caught up on these kind of random fights, but there's still lots of exciting loot and stuff for us to get. Still new fights for us to see. Check out Simptonburg. All these 2 places have are Fletcher's, so. But we have seen legendary, you know, crossbows and stuff in these, and their prices for buying are amazing. Prices for selling seem okay as well. So we'll just unload, because we'll probably end up taking a ton of fights along wherever our path takes us. And the prices for selling actually aren't that good. But I'm not worried. We'll hold on to the most expensive stuff. I think that's good. Okay, and let's just check the hiring. Day tellers, thieves, construction workers, basically. That's not what I meant to click on. Let's go into the marketplace. We could probably use some food. Actually, not really. Again, I keep forgetting. I'm still on that like pace where we were eating, going through our food like crazy, but we're not doing that anymore. Yeah, we're not looking to fight Scrat, which is basically what they want us to do. That's pretty dangerous. Alright, they're going to pay us to guard a caravan. Done. They're paying us to go up to Tarsdorf, which is exactly where we want to go anyway. So let's just get paid to do that. Once again, guys, for those of you who may be joining me for the first time, our best 3 cities are these 3 up here in this kind of triangle area. And they're 3 major cities with pretty much the best buildings inside of them. So that's where we're headed. You come to the burnt remains of a hovel. There are skeletons about the rubble, bones jagged and clambering in what was final painful desperations. A lock lays in a pile of ash beside what should have been the door, suggesting that people held up inside while the outsiders simply burned the place down. Sir, you should see this. Steezy the trainer beckons you over. He's standing before a tree. There's a dead goblin leaning against the trunk, palms out, empty, an ugly look on its face and a pitchfork in its chest. A dead orc is beside it with a shovel head sticking out of its skull. Steezy the trainer wonders if they killed each other. You hope so, but their mortal wounds look a lot like a human's doing. And if it were a human's doing, it's possible these greenskins were working together. A thought frightens you deeply. So we might be getting like a second greenskin incursion or invasion. I think that's what it might be warning us about. And that's cool with me. The greenskin invasion was fun. I would much rather there be another noble war. And I would love for those goblins to attack us so we can get some fighting in on the way up. But it's alright if they don't. So Tarsdorf is one of the worst cities in the Empire for us. But I think Brookstad is one of the best. Yes, they have a taxidermist. Alright, we made it to Tarsdorf. Let's at least check and see what they have. We don't want anybody who's lost, and we certainly don't want any cultists. Wants to retrieve a relic. I'm taking it because that might be an undead fight that they're going to pay us to take. And if someone's going to pay me to take a fight that I probably want to take anyway, then I should definitely just do it. Yeah, and it's all the way up here. We can actually go to Brookstad first. Head back down here and then back to Tarsdorf. I want to go to Brookstad first just because I want to visit the taxidermist. So we can make more bone platings. We don't need those. We want to make a heavy war dog armor for a new battle brother. Yeah, guys, no way in hell we lose this thing. just throwing that out there. There's just no way. And we're rolling in money again. This is a disowned noble, not to be confused with an adventurous noble. And here's a witch hunter. We might just want to grab a witch hunter. So what do they want for him? He's kind of expensive. Let's hire him. So this is Hugo. We're going to pick him up. We have the crowns. If we don't like him, we'll just take his stuff and sell him. And be like, well, that was 1,000 crowns down the drain. It's not a big deal. So the name of Hugo is known in many a village, for he has traveled the land to wherever his talents are needed the most. A witch hunter, he calls himself. With an assortment of exotic tools, he has a great deal of experience in getting people to confess in agony their sinful liaisons with demons and devils under terrible torture. It is somewhat obvious that Hugo is not easily scared, and he also knows how to handle a crossbow. Nobody was therefore surprised as he approached a mercenary company that was hiring. Alright, so we pick up a witch hunter. I think he's the only witch hunter in our company currently. And he has impatient. Always acts first in the very first round of combat. He has a star in melee skill. He actually doesn't have great resolve at all. Yeah, probably should have stuck with just picking up nobles. He has, I mean, his stars are kind of spread out. It's kind of weird. Only 3 of them as well. 1 in melee skill, 1 in melee defense, and 1 in range defense. So his stars are kind of telling me to make him into a tank. But he would probably be a much better crossbow bro than anything else, or a good hybrid character. I'm honestly just tempted to get rid of him. He's not a bad character. He's not focused enough. If he had more stars, or let's say a star in range skill, instead of, let's say, range defense, or if he came with like above 50 resolve, I don't think he's quite good enough. We can kind of take his stuff, try and recoup some of our losses, and send him on his way. We'll pay his compensation. Yeah, sorry, Hugo. That's alright. We paid to find out. See if there's anything awesome. We spotted something on our way here, hidden off the road in the tundra some way northwest. It's probably just like random treasure. It's probably like up here. And now we're going to go and make our easy like 1,000 crowns. Hopefully this is undead. We're almost at an hour right now, but I think we can afford one more fight. There's some beasts nearby. See what kind. Ooh, Alps. Yeah, get away. The Ancient Dead. I don't know if they count. So arriving at the ruins, you expected some bandits to be footing about. Instead, retrieving the petrified almanac could not have been easier. At least that's what you thought before a throng of armored undead emerged, yelling about the false king and demanding your head on a platter. Already killed one conqueror. Unless you got some more laying around. So they have necrosavants. We shouldn't be like, you know, flippant, I guess, about this fight. It's going to be a dangerous one. Shoot at the ones with armor and try and break it. There we go. Making them easier to one-shot whenever they close into melee range. But for the most part, we're just going to hold, surround our back line, so that when the necrosavants teleport in, we should just be able to smash them. The necrosavants aren't going to come in this turn. They pretty much always wait. So we have Lash and Flail now. I don't know if I actually took long enough to really investigate this. It has an increased chance to hit head, 17%. I don't know. I think it just has a really high chance to hit someone in the head, which is good considering what its moves do, and we'll get into that as soon as I get the chance. And then here is our spear. I think I've had this spear before in other playthroughs. But those were really good rolls on that thing. I think I've had it suck before. If I remember right, I had it one time as well. I wasn't super excited when I first saw it. If I remember right, I had one of these that I picked up before that was worse than a fighting spear. I might be misremembering that, but I don't think I am. And I remember being pretty disappointed at the time. Okay, the necrosavants are going to wait until the front lines engage, and I actually should have sent Sir Steinhardt forward just to like solo this entire group. But he's going to be good versus the necrosavants as well. We're not shooting any arrows into them. We're just going to let the necrosavants come and then see who has shots. And if they don't have shots, we'll switch to melee weapons. We can honestly already have switched to melee weapons, but we might be able to do more damage with our bows, so we're going to leave those out. So these are just auxiliaries. If these were legionnaires, we wouldn't be worried, but we would at least have a real fight on our hands. But auxiliaries are not real threats to us at this point in the game. Okay, 4 Necrosavants though is no joke. We'll see who they go on. So Steinhardt still has all of his attacks if they go and surround him. Really bummed that he doesn't have Underdog. We could, I think honestly we have the ingredients necessary to make the most, like, crafting ingredient wise expensive potion in the game, where we can essentially erase the memory. Wow, he missed both attacks. That never happens. We could erase his memory and reset his stuff. Alright, well, we at least proc 9 lives. That's good. I was about to say, if we just hit him one time, he's dead. We could drop a dog, but, like, I don't want to. Damn, we just need to hit him that second time. He'd have been done. Alright. That's the damage we were looking to do last turn. You let a skeleton push you off? Come on, Steezy. It's really annoying because it's messing up all of our archer shots. Alright, 9 lives. We'll wait here. Let's hit him. Ah, come on. Okay, what do we got? This one's dead. Alright, Yaku's doing good work with that spear. And Wolfgang does not have quick hands. He's like our only archer that doesn't benefit from that. So switching there took all of his fatigue, and he wasn't able to use his axe on the same turn. Alright, Steezy, you made up for it. You did good. Man, we're getting those 9 lives popped though. So unless they hit us and heal, which is kind of what they do, we should be fine. Okay, looks like he healed a tiny bit. But I think once 9 lives goes, you don't get another one just because you increase your, like, HP a little bit. So they have a shield wall going on up here. We really need Lance to, like, smash one of them. Okay, there goes some of the helmet. Alright, easy kill. His armor is now gone. Okay. So just one left. And if this counts towards our dead killing, though it may not. Because the ancient dead and the undead are kind of in 2 different categories. I hope it counts though, because then we could finish our ambition. But either way, I think it's going to be the end of today's episode. It's been a good one. We picked up some pretty good loot. Metal plates and rivets is not a bad pickup. And the rest of that is just a bunch of stuff we can sell. So let's head back. Yeah, that counted. Awesome. So we're going to finish our ambition today. Should get a pretty cool little speech from somebody. It usually just takes about 24 hours to pop. Head back to Tarsdorf, turn this in. They're in high spirits. Do we need anything from them? All of our, well, a lot of our meat is getting ready to spoil, so we'll buy some more and some more bread. What are the selling prices here like? Not good. But we'll probably pick up some fights on the way north, so I don't want to be holding on to stuff. Oh, we need to suit up, Battle Brother, before I forget. The Witch Hunter's hat. One of the coolest hats in the game, for sure. If there was an award for that, it would get it. Okay, let's go into our inventory. Who gets the distinct honor of holding Battle Brother? I think, you know, we'll give him to Sir Dankwald. Sir Dankred. We'll hope that the spirit of Battle Brother can protect our newest brother. Keep him safe. Okay. And his experience gain has been pretty great since we picked up that training. We're just going to head north until it procs, the ambition procs, and I guess we get another one. So just a few extra minutes on today's episode. Brookstedt probably has a good, you know, set of things for us to do. We can check them out. East of Tarsdorf. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of crowns. I wasn't going to accept it because I didn't really feel like fighting goblins. But for 6k, I'm gonna fight some goblins. I still want to just head north here, bounce around these three, and then we'll head down to the Undone Fortress. It's a bit of a waste of time, but I'm hoping to pick up some new brothers in one of these places. At least 2 is what I'm hoping for. So Windfest first. We still haven't procced our ambition, which is surprising. First thing I always do is check the armory. Sell off some of that stuff as well we don't need. And check the weaponsmith. Anything cool in here? Man, getting a 3-headed flail. A unique one of those would have been sweet. Okay, let's check the hiring pool. So we have a sellsword here. That's also a great pickup. And a sword master. Wow, they have some good stuff here. 2 sword masters. And 2 sellswords. Ooh, what do we do? What do we do? I love the idea of getting some sword masters. This guy costs 7,000. He's also using a noble sword, which is probably inflating his value. To say you move like Erhard is perhaps the greatest honor a man can bestow upon a fellow warrior. Supposedly he fought 20 men in his own garden, slowly picking and pruning his tomatoes with the same blade he was using to kill. Sadly, a horde of drunks fell upon his home, each hoping to become infamous by killing the famous swordsman. He slew them all, but not before taking irreversible injuries. Now the old swordsman just looks to spend the rest of his fighting knowledge on the field. I don't like the sound of him having injuries. Or being old, which is kind of what you get when you get sword masters. These sellswords are probably our best bet, to be honest. They're incredibly expensive, but so are the swords masters. So this is Baldwin. Isn't just a man's handle, it's a myth. A name used in place of words like war, combat, and death. Supposedly he fought 20 men. Oh, so they have the exact same background. Interesting. I think we're going to take Guido the Falcon. I like it when a guy has a title. That generally means something. Let's see here if it does. It does not. He also has incredibly low resolve, which defeats the purpose for picking him. The whole point in picking this guy up was to get someone with great resolve. But, we'll see. We'll see. We might be, I mean, we could probably just fix that straight up by getting Fortified Mind. +4 on that already is just huge. And we have to take a 4 roll in resolve. And then a 3 roll in melee defense is great. Okay. What do we do with you, Guido? You don't have any good talents at all. Or any good perks, not perks. Talents? Traits. That's the word I'm looking for. Fatigue also isn't super hot. So I'm tempted to give him the two-handed axe. Although that's probably one of the worst of our... Let's give him the mace, maybe. Something like that for now. It tanks his fatigue. And I think that's okay. And then I want to pick up... Man, his stats suck. His resolve is so low. I think we're also going to try to pick up Baldwin here. Mostly because he's way cheaper than the other guy. And I think most of what we're paying for here is that 1 extra level. And that sword. Okay. And now we also have Baldwin, who is fat. So, minus fatigue, gets hit points, but that's pretty awful. Superstitious is bad as well. His melee skill comes very high, so does his hit points. And range defense. Interesting. I think what we've got here is a two-handed sword, bro. And a Colossus for sure. Since he has 2 points in HP. We're not going to need to necessarily pump his melee skill super high, because it's already incredibly high. I don't know if I can pass a 4 roll on fatigue. Or a 4 roll on resolve, rather. Okay. 4-3-4. Let's take that. We won't pump HP for too much longer. We just need to get some value points into that Colossus pickup. And once he's more sustainable, he'll look a lot better. So, I mean, just look at him now. I mean, now he's just suited up. But his fatigue is at 10. Yeah. That's pretty bad. I mean, we could use him like this for a while. Oh, that puts him at -2. I don't think I've ever seen a negative fatigue. That's interesting. Wow. Not the best pickups. We probably should have just stuck to trying to get more adventurous nobles. These, I mean, the sellswords are usually pretty generalized in their skills, but swordmasters are pretty specific. And what we just wanted was like a general great frontliner with high resolve, which is what the nobles are. So we're going to pass on the rest of these dudes. We just spent some pretty decent crowns here. We're going to head up to Eichenberg. So what I think we picked up here is a good two-handed swordsman and a good two-handed maceman. Or axeman, depending. Alright, let's check out the hires here. And if they have an adventurous noble, I will pick them up, guaranteed. Don't need to look at the taxidermist. Check out the armory. Nothing I can't live without. And we should definitely grab some of these cheap tools. And we move on now to Hornguard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. While on the march, you come across a woman standing off the side of the road. She's standing at the head of a donkey-pulled wagon. Seeing you, she claps her hands and yells out some order. Within moments, winches pour out of the back of the wagon and then line up before you. They're poorly dressed, and if this is some act, poorly rehearsed. Most look like they'd rather be somewhere else, which is ordinary of any womenfolk stuck out on the sticks. You ask the leader of this group what she's doing. She grins ear to ear. I am a merchant of flesh, a profiteer of good poundings. These here are my wares. Oh my god. She swings her arms to the prostitutes. They straighten up or loosen up and feign interest in you and your men. The pimp nods. So what say we help take the edge off? Been a long day, no? For that many men, I'd wager it'd cost you a low 900 crowns. Ah, man. So, the honorable thing to do here is say no thanks. We could also probably really increase our guys' moods if we pay the 900. I'm tempted to see what happens there. I think I've done this before. Or we could rob them, which who knows how that'll end up. Either one of these is definitely... I generally don't take the easy way out. I like to see what happens. So let's say you got a deal. I feel like I'm about to get robbed. The womenfolk press forward, some winking lazily, some with lazy eyes winking wonkily. That's like a kid's book, The Winky Wonky Donkey, if you ever heard of that one. It's a sorry lot of winches, but the men could use a bit of a reprieve. You accept the pimp's price, and the men sort out the rest, ducking into bushes and a variety of other cover. While they get some action, the pimp sidles up next to you. Thanks for not robbing us. You shrug and say that's still on the table. She shrugs too. I know, but I don't think you will. Me and you, we're a lot alike. You fight for food, we, do business for it. Curious, you ask if she still also does business for her food. She laughs. Only when I need to. This leadership role is a pretty nice gig. Do you still fight for yours? You just give her the truth. I've killed many, many people. You have no idea the number of things I have killed so far. She sidles up real close now and goes low for a hand. Or goes low with a hand. Well then. Well then indeed. Okay. So Captain Brett gets lucky here. And all of our men are now in good spirits. So that was like going to kind of a super inn. So worth it or not, who knows. But if we're going into a huge goblin fight, I do like having the high morale. Which hopefully lasts until then. There's a tavern here we could visit and probably drive some of my men to Euphoria. Okay. One more session of hiring. Retired soldiers for sure have really good resolve, but all they have is disowned nobles. So that's a little unfortunate. The armory has nothing for us, and the weaponsmith has nothing for us. Okay, so now we can head out and head down to the goblin fight. No big deal. I don't like that this ambition hasn't triggered yet. There we go. Now we're done. Alright, so thanks to the Sons of Verona, the shambling monstrosities of the crumbled fortifications will never again threaten innocent folk. The men, however, will need a few days and copious amounts of drink to process the horrors they faced. That and prostitutes, apparently. How can anything so foul show itself by the light of day? Asked Sir Dankred, staring blindly into the distance. He would ask that, considering he's the only one in our party who hasn't seen the things the other guys have seen. It collapsed straight into a heap of rotten bones and dust, nothing at all holding it together but its curse. Even darker fears are sparked for Baldwin, who is superstitious. They told me back in Ottendorf that any good man killed by one of them horrors is doomed to come back from the grave himself and can never sit by the gods. Some men argue loudly against this, not because they know better, but because they don't want it to be true. You give the order to bank the fire before someone starts telling any more ghost stories. The men may have trouble sleeping this night, but morale will rise again with the dawn. So, I mean, we got a double huge boost for our morale. And now we also picked up the necklace. So today's episode's going a bit long, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and check out the new necklace that we have. So the Undead Trophy. This ancient necklace taken from a pile of bones declares the one wearing it a veteran of many battles against the undead scourge, and not one to waver in the face of their horror. So grants immunity against fear and mind control abilities. This is going to be vital against the witch hut. Right at the moment, I think it's pretty good on Lance, but it may be something that we want to give to Sir Steinhardt and let him try and run in the back as fast as possible and clear the way for us. It's hard to know. We'll have to figure that out when we get there. But either way, that's a great pickup, and I'm happy to have it. So yeah, so let's call it here. We're gonna head down to the Goblin area. I'm actually gonna let's save the game. It's been a long one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. We're back at it, playing some more Battle Brothers, getting things done. And for those of you who aren't familiar, the Witch's Hut is down here and it's our ultimate goal. It's the last thing we have left to do in this game that's very challenging. And I'm happy to see that we're still picking up some unique loot and some cool improvements. And now that we have new brothers to strive for and get them stronger, we have some new goals ahead of us. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and take care.